Assalamu alaikum. So this is where I am. It's not my apartment, it's apartment I am borrowing. You can see this, my preferred art and my preferred cereal. No, it's not. This was stuff lying around when I came into this apartment, because I'm only renting it for this week and all of May. With my coffee. With all of May, yeah. We are now in the middle of the corona crisis. I think the reports are getting, it's starting to calm down a bit now, but still people are afraid, of course. The society is opening bit by bit. This week the hairdressers and many opened schools for the youngest here in Norway. You know, the reason I'm here in this nice little village of Brekke in Norway is because I'm doing some work here, and I needed an apartment to stay. And I had actually an apartment ready, but because of the coronavirus scare, the landlord, since I move back and forth, I go into the city in the weekends, Bergen, and then I come back in the weeks to work. He got scared. He thought I was doing all sorts of intimate stuff maybe in Bergen, and then coming back here with the virus. So he didn't want me there, so it became increasingly difficult to find. It's a little place, there's not many people here, so it became very difficult to find a place. Yeah, I found this place through a colleague. He lives here and he found this place. This was the only choice. As you can see here, there's just stuff lying around. Over there is a coffee machine. You have couches here. You have toys there in the corner. Put some toys away. So when I came here, I felt really like a fugitive, like a proper pandemic fugitive. It's like someone lived here, and then just got kicked out or something. Like the landlord had a family here, and then they just kicked them out. And then he brought in me, another guy. That was kind of the impression. That's the impression I get. And also the first time I came in here, that was just before I was starting to work the first day. I was just standing in here, and I looked at this place. What, are there people living here? What the hell? What? No, apparently this is how it should be. No one has cleaned anything. And yeah, the floors were quite nice. That's it. The floors were quite nice, but everything else, loads of dirt and yeah. So I got this really fugitive feeling, and that only got strengthened when I passed the people living here on the second floor, which I discovered through overhearing them. They were Syrians. So you have like Syrian refugees, even though they have been living here for 5 years. But I didn't know that at the time. But I've spoken to them now, and they're part of Brekke. They're basically Norwegians, and they have kids who are Norwegians and stuff. Anyway, when I came here that day, it was like, okay, here we have Syrian refugees on the second floor, and then I come in here, and they just kicked other Syrian family here, maybe. So I just, so I had no choice. I have to start this work this week, or last week I had to start it. So I just, I have to settle with this. No one else wants me. It's a pandemic. The people are afraid of coronavirus. I'm a city boy. They don't know me. everyone's very skeptical, of course, in small places, of course. But that got me thinking. That got me thinking of one of the short stories in this book, one of my favorite books. It's modern Arabic short stories for a bilingual reader. That means you have on the right side of you have the Arabic original, and then you have an English translation on the left side. And this, my situation, made me think of one of the short stories in this book by a woman called al-Shaykh. She's she's Lebanese, and she had to escape during the Libyan civil war. So she knows how it is to be a fugitive. And she writes about this fictional couple who had to escape from the city during the civil war out in the suburbs, because they had they had an apartment there. Or the uncle of the man in this story, his uncle's wife had knew this place out in the suburbs, which they this place where they could live to escape the bombings in the city. I think it was Beirut. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's not a real story. This is not a real story, but it's of course based on her experiences as a fugitive. And she's one of the most well-known authors. She's infamous in the Arab world because she's very controversial. They banned most of her books, and she's a true feminist. All the men in her stories are weak. Much like, yeah, I have to agree because I can really relate to this guy in this story, so I guess I'm weak. Yeah, it's this. They are at this place, and the guy who is the is it the protagonist? Yeah, the main person. He's the main character, and he escapes because he's so unhappy in this place, and he misses his home in Beirut. He finds a picture of someone living there, who lived there, named Jasmine. A very beautiful picture, apparently, and he starts to escape into this picture. To escape reality, he starts to go into this picture and just start to daydream about this woman and her world. That's mainly what this book is about, while ignoring his wife, who is pregnant. So I could relate immediately, because I'm stuck here in this place I don't really want to be, and then I start to escape. I want to escape, because yeah, of course. So my escapism is literature, mainly literature. Also, I guess, apart from big contrast to these people in this book, I have electricity. I have 4G, you know. I'm not that. I could escape in anything. It's no problem. But I want to escape into this short story together with you. And also, it's the 4th day of Ramadan, so it's a perfect time to read something and learn about this mainly Islamic language. But you can't really attach it to Islam, but it's by far my favorite language. I'm not Muslim or anything. I just love Arabic. So I thought we'd just go slowly through this, a few paragraphs. One paragraph, I'm thinking, maybe two. Let's see how it goes. And then analyze. I will start reading the English. And then I start at the top, and then we do sentence by sentence. And I do English, Arabic, blah, 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 English, Arabic, blah, 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 blah.